I'm trying to get this transfer case ready to pick with the engine hoist. So first I will remove the rear half of this drive shaft from the rear differential. I'll just undo those straps that connect it to the U-joint. Then I'll pull it out of the slip joint. Then I will bring that carrier bearing down from the frame, and then I'll disconnect the front half of that drive shaft from the transfer case. There go my needle bearings. But that's alright, found them all later. The carrier bearing's coming down off the frame, so I'll put a jack stand underneath the drive shaft to support it. I don't need that. Yeah, I do. Undo the straps up here by the transfer case. It's a little bit tight in there, so a couple taps should knock it loose. Now that we got the rear drive shaft disconnected, we got to do the same thing up front. So I'll disconnect it from the transfer case. Same thing, pop it loose. And I'll disconnect it from the front axle. It's a Dana 44. And then it just comes out as one unit, unlike the rear drive shaft. So I already took the shifter off, but I'll put it back on so I can show you how to take it apart. It's pretty easy. So to disconnect the shifter, it just has a retaining clip behind it. And then one big bolt. Then this has a cotter pin and a washer. You can take the shifter off that little pin and remove the wave spring washer. The last thing, I'm just going to remove that metal plate between the two shift rails to get it out of the way. So each shift rail has one of those metal pins through it with a little cotter pin on the backside. Yeah, I'm just going to get that out of the way because when I lift it, the transfer case with the engine hoist, that's about where the chain will be. And that's the bolt that I will put into each side, the front output and the rear output of that transfer case to lift it. So now it's ready to pick with the engine hoist. There's, I think, 8 bolts that connect the transfer case to the adapter. So I'll disconnect those, and I'll just pick the transfer case by itself. And then later, I'll pick the engine, transmission, and adapter all at once. That's about it. I hope it helped. Good luck.